Goodbye, high creatinine. Rachel thought she was doing everything right. At 67, when her doctor said her creatinine levels had reached dangerous territory, she immediately started eating more fruit. A banana every morning for potassium, orange juice every evening for vitamin C. She was following all the generic health advice she'd heard for decades. The result? 2 months later, she was rushed to the hospital with a life-threatening irregular heartbeat. The truth that no one told Rachel is that even healthy fruits can destroy your kidneys when you have kidney disease. And the culprit isn't chemicals or pesticides. It's not even sugar. It's potassium, a mineral your body desperately needs, but weakened kidneys simply can't handle. Those well-meaning eat more fruit recommendations could be pushing you toward dialysis, and nobody warns you until it's too late. After 40, your kidneys lose 8 to 10% of their function every decade. By 70, you're down to just 70% of your blood filtering power, but nobody tells you that the same superfruit that was medicine at 30 could become poison at 70. This isn't some distant concern happening to other people. This is reality happening in your family, your neighborhood, maybe even to you right now. The problem is that hardly anybody taught you how to tell the difference between kidney-healing fruits and kidney-destroying fruits until today. We're about to share 5 incredibly affordable fruits that nature designed like healing medicine for your kidneys, fruits that could help lower your creatinine and save you from dialysis. We'll also reveal 7 fruits you need to watch out for because they could push you straight into that dialysis chair, including one that's so dangerous it can cause comas and death even in small amounts. When your kidneys can't filter properly, creatinine, a waste product from muscle breakdown, builds up in your blood like toxic sludge. High creatinine levels are often the first warning sign that your kidneys are drowning in waste they can't eliminate. There are 4 critical factors that determine whether the foods you eat will heal your kidneys or destroy them, and understanding these could save your life. The first factor is potassium content, and this is where most people get into serious trouble. For healthy kidneys, potassium is beneficial, helping regulate blood pressure and muscle function. Your healthy kidneys easily handle excess potassium by filtering it out through your urine. But when kidney function declines, this protective relationship becomes a death sentence. Struggling kidneys can't remove excess potassium, so it builds up in your blood to dangerous levels. The result is muscle weakness, dangerous heart rhythm problems, and in severe cases, cardiac arrest. Rachel's irregular heartbeat was her body's desperate warning that potassium was poisoning her system. The second factor involves sodium and phosphorus content. When kidney function declines, your body struggles to eliminate these minerals, leading to dangerous blood buildup that can cause bone disease and heart problems. While most fruits are naturally low in these minerals, some processed fruit products contain phosphorus additives that spell trouble for anyone with compromised kidneys. The third factor is oxalate levels, and this one catches people off guard because oxalates are found in many foods considered healthy. These compounds have a dark side that becomes dangerous when your kidneys are struggling. When oxalates bind with calcium in your urine, they form sharp, painful crystals that grow into kidney stones. For people with declining kidney function who are already prone to stones, high oxalate fruits can turn a healthy snack into a medical emergency that lands you in the hospital. The fourth factor involves protective compounds, nutrients that actually support kidney function through well-documented biological mechanisms. Unlike the marketing hype surrounding expensive supplements, these compounds have real science behind them, and they become increasingly important as your kidneys age and weaken. Here's what makes this crucial for people over 60. Aging changes everything about how your body processes food. Your kidneys aren't just getting older, they're getting weaker, less efficient, and more vulnerable to damage from foods that were once perfectly safe. The same fruit that provided healing at 30 could be delivering toxins at 70, and most people have no idea this transformation is happening inside their bodies. The 5 fruits we're about to share aren't just healthy options pulled from generic nutrition advice. They're specifically chosen for their ability to support aging kidneys while staying within safe mineral ranges that won't trigger the dangerous accumulations that lead to hospitalization. Let's start with watermelon, a fruit that lives up to its name by being over 90% water, making it excellent for the hydration your kidneys desperately need to flush out waste. At just 170 milligrams of potassium and 2 to 3 milligrams of oxalates per cup, watermelon is far safer than most melon fruits for people with kidney concerns. But watermelon offers more than just safe hydration. It contains lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that fights the free radicals constantly attacking your kidney cells, helping to slow the damage that drives creatinine levels higher. By supporting hydration and blood flow, watermelon can help flush out creatinine and other waste products while keeping your levels stable, since dehydration can cause dangerous spikes that push you closer to dialysis. But here's what nobody tells you about watermelon: it contains 9.4 grams of natural sugar per cup. For seniors managing diabetes alongside kidney issues, this matters enormously because blood sugar spikes can cause additional kidney damage. The key is smart consumption. Enjoy up to 1 cup as a refreshing snack, but timing matters critically. Have it in the morning or early afternoon when your kidney function is at its peak and your body can process the natural sugars most effectively. If you have diabetes, pair those watermelon cubes with a few nuts. The protein slows sugar absorption and prevents the blood sugar spikes that can stress already compromised kidneys. Always choose fresh chunks over juice, which concentrates both sugar and potassium to potentially dangerous levels. If you're on fluid restrictions due to advanced kidney disease, limit yourself to half a cup, and never eat watermelon on an empty stomach if you're managing blood sugar, as that natural sugar can spike faster than you'd expect, putting additional stress on your kidneys when they're most vulnerable. Berries represent kidney medicine disguised as dessert. Strawberries, blueberries, cranberries, and raspberries pack enormous protective power with minimal kidney stress, making them perfect for aging kidneys that need gentle support. These small fruits are loaded with anthocyanins and ellagitannins, compounds that actively reduce the inflammation-driving kidney disease progression. At just 114 to 233 milligrams of potassium and 1 to 10 milligrams of oxalates per half-cup serving, they fall well within safe ranges, even for people with moderate kidney disease. The real magic happens at the cellular level, where research shows these antioxidants can help reduce oxidative stress, the process that damages kidney filters over time. Think of berries as tiny bodyguards, protecting your kidney cells from the daily assault of toxins and inflammation, helping to slow the rise in creatinine that signals progressive kidney damage. A half cup serving 3 to 4 times a week provides maximum benefit without mineral overload. Mix varieties for broader antioxidant coverage. Choose blueberries for anthocyanins, strawberries for vitamin C, raspberries for fiber, cranberries for proanthocyanidins, and blackberries for vitamin K and manganese. Fresh is best, but frozen without added sugar works perfectly and often costs less, giving you year-round access to kidney protection. Try berries with Greek yogurt for a protein boost that helps control blood sugar, or add them to oatmeal for sustained energy without kidney stress. But avoid berry smoothies that pack multiple servings into one glass, concentrating both potassium and sugar beyond safe levels. The concentrated nature of smoothies can deliver the equivalent of 4 servings of fruit in what feels like a single serving, potentially triggering the same dangerous mineral accumulations that landed Rachel in the hospital. Apples represent the ideal kidney-friendly fruit, offering a perfect balance of nutrition and safety. With low potassium at 195 milligrams per medium apple, incredibly low oxalates at less than 2 milligrams per fruit, and packed with compounds that actively support kidney function, apples should be a cornerstone of any kidney protective diet. The secret weapon in apples is pectin, a type of soluble fiber that provides double protection for your kidneys. First, pectin helps regulate blood sugar and lower cholesterol, both crucial for preventing the diabetes and heart disease that are major drivers of kidney failure. Second, pectin supports what scientists call the gut-kidney axis by promoting beneficial bacteria that help reduce toxic waste products circulating in your blood, naturally lowering the burden on your already struggling kidneys. Always eat the peel, because that's where 2 to 6 times more protective compounds live compared to the flesh alone. Choose organic when possible to minimize pesticide exposure, but don't skip apples if organic isn't available. The benefits far outweigh the minimal risks. If fresh apples aren't convenient, unsweetened applesauce provides similar benefits with even lower potassium content, making it an excellent option for people with advanced kidney disease. Apples make excellent between-meal snacks because their fiber helps stabilize blood sugar, preventing the spikes and crashes that can stress already compromised kidneys. Store apples in the refrigerator for longevity, but take them out about 30 minutes before eating for optimal flavor and texture. Grapes offer something special for people concerned about kidney health because they provide powerful cardiovascular protection while staying within safe mineral ranges. Since heart disease and kidney disease often go hand in hand, this dual benefit makes grapes particularly valuable for seniors dealing with multiple health challenges. The secret lies in resveratrol, the compound that's made red wine famous for heart health, but you get the benefits without the alcohol and its accompanying risks to kidney function. Grapes also provide vitamin C and flavonoids that support blood vessel health and reduce inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system, helping protect both your heart and kidneys simultaneously. At 288 milligrams of potassium and 2 to 9 milligrams of oxalates per full cup, grapes require careful portion control. A half-cup serving delivers all the benefits with just 144 milligrams of potassium, well within safe ranges for most kidney conditions. Choose red or dark grapes over green varieties because they contain significantly higher levels of resveratrol and other protective compounds. Eat grapes mid-morning or with lunch rather than as an evening snack, since the natural sugars provide energy better used during active hours. Pre-portion grapes into half-cup containers when you bring them home to prevent mindless overeating and keep you within safe potassium limits. Frozen grapes make an excellent ice cream substitute, naturally sweet and satisfying, without added sugars or dairy that could stress your kidneys further. Cherries, especially tart varieties, deserve special recognition for their unique ability to fight inflammation while supporting kidney health. These deep red fruits contain some of the highest levels of anthocyanins found in nature, compounds that give cherries their vibrant color and potent healing properties. Here's what makes cherries particularly valuable for your kidneys. They help lower uric acid levels, which matters enormously because many people with kidney disease also struggle with gout, a painful condition caused by excess uric acid crystals. Cherries break this dangerous cycle by supporting your kidney's ability to process and eliminate uric acid more efficiently, reducing both kidney stress and gout risk. At about 160 milligrams of potassium per half cup, cherries fall into the safe range for most people with kidney concerns. They're also naturally low in sodium and phosphorus, making them ideal for the mineral restrictions that often accompany kidney disease. Fresh cherries are perfect as an evening snack because they contain natural melatonin that may help improve sleep quality. This matters more than you might realize because poor sleep actually worsens kidney function, creating a vicious cycle of decline. The double benefit of inflammation control and sleep support makes cherries uniquely valuable for kidney patients. Have cherries about an hour before bed if you're using them for sleep support or as an afternoon snack for inflammation control. A small glass of tart cherry juice diluted with water to reduce sugar concentration can provide similar benefits. Because cherries can be slightly acidic, avoid eating them on an empty stomach if you have any tendency toward heartburn. However, if you take blood thinners, check with your doctor before making cherries a regular habit, as the natural compounds can amplify medication effects. While this is usually manageable, it's worth discussing potential dosage adjustments with your healthcare provider. Now that we've covered the fruits that can help protect your kidneys and potentially lower your creatinine levels, it's time to address the dangerous side of the equation. The 7 fruits you should avoid aren't necessarily bad foods for everyone, and many are highly nutritious for people with healthy kidneys. But when kidney function is compromised, even slightly, these fruits can worsen kidney function and drive creatinine levels dangerously higher. Some are obvious threats that most people suspect, while others will shock you with their hidden dangers. Dried fruits represent the trap that catches most people because they look healthy, portable, and convenient. But they're actually concentrated bombs of exactly the minerals your struggling kidneys can't handle. When fruit is dried, water evaporates, but minerals stay behind, creating dangerous concentrations that can trigger the same irregular heartbeat that hospitalized Rachel. Consider this shocking comparison. Half a cup of dried apricots contains 755 milligrams of potassium, nearly 40% of the daily limit for kidney patients. The same nutritional equivalent in fresh apricots contains just 181 milligrams. Similarly, a quarter cup of raisins packs over 300 milligrams of potassium, while the same amount of fresh grapes contains only 150 milligrams. The psychological aspect makes dried fruits particularly dangerous because they're designed as snack foods, small and easy to overeat. It's natural to grab a handful without thinking, but that innocent handful could contain the potassium equivalent of several pieces of fresh fruit, potentially pushing your levels into the danger zone that triggers heart problems. Dried fruits are also loaded with concentrated sugars and often high oxalates, creating multiple layers of risk for people managing diabetes or prone to kidney stones. Instead of reaching for dried fruits, cut fresh grapes in half and freeze them. They become candy-like while maintaining safe, low potassium content. Kiwi might surprise you on this dangerous list because this fuzzy fruit is packed with vitamin C and often promoted as a superfood. But kiwis carry a hidden double threat that makes them particularly dangerous for people with kidney concerns. They're loaded with both oxalates and significant potassium. A medium kiwi contains about 450 to 500 milligrams of potassium, which isn't the highest on this list, but becomes concerning when combined with its oxalate content of about 27 to 36 milligrams per cup. Those oxalates can bind with calcium in your urine, forming sharp crystals that grow into painful kidney stones. For people with a history of calcium oxalate stones or reduced kidney function, kiwis represent a double threat because kidney disease and kidney stones often go hand in hand. When your kidneys are already struggling, the last thing they need is crystal formation that can cause additional damage, painful blockages, and elevated blood creatinine. For that bright, tart sweet flavor you crave, try a small portion of green grapes or pineapple chunks instead. These provide tropical taste with much lower oxalate content and more manageable potassium levels. If you have a history of kidney stones, especially calcium oxalate stones, kiwis should be completely avoided, regardless of your current kidney function level. Cantaloupe and honeydew melons are popular summer favorites that seem innocent enough, but for people with kidney concerns, they're potassium grenades waiting to explode. Just 1 cup of cantaloupe contains about 430 milligrams of potassium, while honeydew is even higher at around 475 milligrams per cup. Here's the real danger that catches most people. Melon servings are typically large. A small bowl at a summer barbecue can easily contain 2 cups, delivering nearly 1,000 milligrams of potassium, almost half the daily limit for kidney patients consumed in one sitting. This is exactly the type of innocent mistake that can trigger dangerous heart rhythm problems. When making fruit salads, focus on berries and apple chunks instead of melon. At restaurants, specifically request no cantaloupe in fruit plates. Watermelon is the safer melon choice with just 170 milligrams of potassium per cup, so try replacing traditional summer melon dishes with watermelon-based alternatives. Avocados shock most people when they appear on the dangerous list because they're celebrated as superfoods and form the foundation of trendy dishes from toast to smoothie bowls. But a single avocado contains nearly 1,000 milligrams of potassium, almost half the daily limit for kidney patients, making it a concentrated dose of exactly what struggling kidneys can't handle. What makes avocados particularly insidious is that they're often eaten in addition to other potassium sources, not instead of them. That trendy avocado smoothie with potassium-rich spinach at breakfast, plus a banana at lunch, plus a spinach salad at dinner can push potassium intake to life-threatening levels before you realize what's happening. For people taking ACE inhibitors, or ARBs, common medications for both kidney disease and high blood pressure, avocados become even more dangerous because these medications increase potassium retention, amplifying the effects of dietary potassium. This combination can quickly push potassium levels into the range that triggers cardiac emergencies. For healthy fats and creamy texture, try hummus made from white beans, which provides lower potassium content than chickpeas, or use nut butters in moderation. For Mexican dishes, request extra salsa instead of guacamole to get flavor and nutrients without the potassium bomb. Oranges represent one of the most dangerous breakfast mistakes millions of people make every day. That morning glass of orange juice, a breakfast staple for generations, could be silently destroying your kidneys. A single cup of orange juice contains 496 milligrams of potassium, nearly 25% of the daily limit for kidney patients. Even a medium fresh orange packs 333 milligrams. But the juice is where things get really dangerous because orange juice concentrates the potassium of multiple oranges into one glass while adding processing factors that can make absorption faster and more intense. Many people drink 12 to 16 ounces of juice at breakfast, potentially delivering 800 to 1,000 milligrams of potassium before 9 a.m., setting up their kidneys for a day of dangerous stress. For citrus flavor, use lemon or lime wedges instead. They contain much less potassium, about 20 to 40 milligrams per tablespoon of juice. A squeeze of lemon in water provides citrus taste with none of the kidney-destroying risks. For vitamin C, choose red bell peppers, strawberries, or pineapple, all safer options that provide more vitamin C per serving than oranges. Bananas are probably the most beloved fruit on this dangerous list, grabbed as quick snacks, added to smoothies, baked into healthy breads. They're convenient, affordable, naturally sweet, and heavily marketed for their potassium content. That last point is exactly the problem that's putting millions of kidney patients at risk. A medium banana contains 422 milligrams of potassium, over 20% of the daily limit for kidney patients. For someone trying to manage kidney disease through diet, a single banana at breakfast could force severe restrictions on all other foods for the rest of the day, making proper nutrition nearly impossible to achieve. Many older adults eat bananas before or after exercise, believing they prevent muscle cramps. But for people with kidney disease, the potassium load may outweigh any potential muscle benefits and could actually trigger the dangerous heart rhythm problems that sent Rachel to the hospital. For natural sweetness and sustained energy, try apples or pears instead. They provide the energy you need with much lower potassium content. In baking, use unsweetened applesauce instead of mashed banana. For smoothies, substitute half a frozen apple or a handful of berries to get sweetness without the kidney stress. If there's one fruit that should never touch your lips if you have any level of kidney impairment, it's star fruit. This isn't about moderation or portion control. This is about a fruit that contains a neurotoxin so dangerous it's used as a teaching example in medical schools around the world. Star fruit contains caramboxin, a compound that healthy kidneys filter out without any problem. But when kidney function is compromised, even slightly, this toxin accumulates in your blood, crosses into your brain, and interferes with nerve function in ways that can be fatal. The progression is terrifying and often irreversible. It usually starts with persistent hiccups, which are easy to dismiss as harmless. Then comes confusion, vomiting, and agitation. In severe cases, people develop seizures and slip into comas. Medical literature documents multiple deaths from starfruit consumption despite emergency medical care, including immediate dialysis. Even tiny amounts can trigger these life-threatening effects. Medical reports document serious neurological symptoms from eating as little as half a starfruit or drinking about 100 milliliters of starfruit juice. Cooking doesn't help because the neurotoxin survives all preparation methods, remaining dangerous no matter how the fruit is prepared. The medical warnings are unambiguous and absolute. All kidney disease patients from stage 3 onward, plus anyone on dialysis, must avoid starfruit completely. But even people with early-stage kidney disease should be cautious, as there are case reports of toxicity in people with seemingly normal kidney function who consumed large quantities. Starfruit appears in exotic fruit salads, tropical smoothies, and Asian restaurant beverages. Always ask about ingredients if you're not sure. The distinctive star shape makes it popular as garnish, so be vigilant at restaurants and social gatherings where it might be used as decoration on plates or in drinks. Now that you know which fruits can help and which can harm, understanding the science is just the beginning. Real protection comes from daily choices made with confidence and precision, and there are specific strategies that can mean the difference between kidney protection and kidney damage. The foundation of kidney-safe fruit consumption is the half-cup rule, a guideline that research has shown provides beneficial nutrients while keeping potassium, oxalates, and sugars within safe ranges for most people with kidney concerns. But here's what most people get wrong. They guess at portions, and that guessing can be deadly. A handful of grapes could be anything from a quarter cup to a full cup. That difference could mean the gap between safe nutrition and a dangerous potassium spike that triggers the same heart problems Rachel experienced. Visual cues can literally save your life. A medium apple should be about the size of your fist. Small fruits like grapes or berries should fit comfortably in your cupped palm. Half a cup of chopped fruit should fill a standard ice cream scoop. Your daily serving roadmap depends on your kidney function level. Early-stage kidney disease patients can typically handle 1 to 2 servings of low-potassium fruits daily. Advanced kidney disease patients should limit intake to 1 serving or less based on individual lab values and strict medical guidance. Smoothies and fruit salads represent the biggest trap because it's easy to blend 2 to 3 servings of fruit into what feels like a single serving. A large smoothie at a juice bar might contain the equivalent of 4 pieces of fruit, potentially dangerous even if they're individually safe fruits. Restaurant fruit salads often combine multiple high-potassium fruits, creating mineral bombs that can overwhelm struggling kidneys. The protein pairing strategy can transform risky situations into manageable choices. When you eat fruit with protein, the protein slows sugar absorption and reduces the glycemic impact, which matters because blood sugar spikes stress already compromised kidneys. Try apple slices with peanut butter or berries with Greek yogurt. The protein also helps you feel satisfied with smaller portions, naturally supporting the portion control that's crucial for kidney protection. Preparation methods significantly impact safety in ways most people never consider. Fresh fruits are always your safest bet, providing maximum nutrition with minimal processing risks. Frozen fruits without added sugar come next, retaining most nutrients while offering convenience and often better prices. Canned fruits rank last, but if you choose them, drain the liquid completely. That simple step reduces potassium content by 15 to 20%, potentially making the difference between safe and dangerous consumption. The medication timing consideration could literally save your life. If you take ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics, common medications for people with kidney and heart conditions, your body retains more potassium than normal. This means even safe fruits become riskier and timing becomes critical. Always eat your fruit at least 2 hours away from these medications and consider reducing portions by half until you know how your body responds. Track your symptoms after eating fruit because your body often knows what lab tests haven't detected yet. Muscle weakness, fatigue, heart palpitations, or unusual shortness of breath could signal potassium overload. Keep a simple food diary, noting which fruits you eat and when. If you notice patterns, like feeling tired after grapes, adjust your choices accordingly. If you accidentally eat a high potassium fruit or too much of any fruit, don't panic, but do take immediate action. Drink plenty of water to help dilute the potassium and support kidney function. Avoid eating more potassium for the rest of the day. If symptoms develop, contact your healthcare provider immediately, as potassium overload can quickly become a medical emergency. Your kidneys don't need expensive detox programs or dramatic cleanses. They need consistent, thoughtful support through the foods you choose every day. They need gentle hydration from water-rich fruits like watermelon and apples. They need the protective antioxidants from berries and grapes. They need the sleep-promoting compounds from cherries and the inflammation-fighting power of carefully chosen, properly portioned fruits. And they desperately need you to avoid the concentrated dangers hiding in dried fruits, the potassium overload of bananas, oranges, cantaloupe, and honeydew, the double threat of kiwis, the superfood trap of avocados, and the neurotoxic threat of starfruit that can cause comas and death. The paradox of kidney nutrition, where the same food can be medicine for one person and poison for another, illustrates why individualized medical care isn't optional if you have kidney disease. It's essential for navigating these complex nutritional choices safely and effectively. Remember Rachel from our opening story? She didn't know that her daily banana and evening orange juice were slowly poisoning her system, building up potassium levels that eventually triggered a life-threatening cardiac emergency. But now you do. You have the knowledge to make different choices, better choices, life-saving choices. Every day we hear stories of people stabilizing their creatinine levels, avoiding dialysis, and maintaining their independence well into their 80s and beyond. Not through expensive treatments or complicated protocols, but through the simple wisdom of swapping oranges for berries, bananas for apples, and dried fruits for fresh alternatives. Your kidneys can't speak up when they're struggling, but with this knowledge, you can finally give them exactly what they've been silently asking for all along. The power to protect your kidney function, maintain your independence, and avoid the dialysis chair is literally in your hands every time you reach for a piece of fruit. Choose wisely, because your kidneys are counting on you to make the right decision, one fruit at a time.